got off work. I'm going down to Seattle right now, down to Ballard area, where I'm going to meet up with another van dweller. Some of you might know who it is, might know him. You might be subscribed to him. So hopefully we can do some video meetup things together when we get down there. It seems like I don't have a lot of time in the day these days to do anything, so I bit off this this goal of doing 30 videos in 30 days. And boy, I'm gonna do it, but I can't guarantee how interesting the videos are gonna be because, boy, you know, you might just have to watch me drive for 3 or 4 minutes. I don't know. Maybe that's all it's gonna be. Hey, so I'm here, this is Rick, I'm here with Scott the Static Campervan, and it's Static Campervan's the name of your channel, right?
Static Campervan,
yeah. And you guys I know recognize him, because I'm sure if you're subscribed to me, you know who Scott is. He has this cool little rig here, and I've watched most of his videos, and he's got all kinds of good ideas about, and I'm amazed at how he lives in this little space here. Tell me how that's been for you.
Actually, it's been fine. I was nervous that the van wasn't going to be big enough, but I'm fine with small spaces, and really, I really just use the van to sleep and to get me to work. So
right, sleeping pod sort of.
And the idea was that if I get a small van, I'd be out of the van, out and about, which is what I want. So maybe that's going to change now that I'm up here.
What brings you to the Pacific Northwest?
I was just kind of in a bad situation where I was in Southern California, and I just realized all of a sudden that, I don't pay rent. I can leave at any time.
It's a cool thing about living this lifestyle.
Right, yeah. So, so I just decided I'd look for a new place that kind of felt like home. So I kind of traveled up around a bit. I didn't do as much traveling as I wanted to, but I stopped and saw friends on my way up here, and I got up here, and it's so beautiful everywhere you look. I just figured I'll stay here for a while.
And you're originally from Southern California.
Yeah, way down in Southern California.
Yeah,
much different than here.
A little bit different climate.
You can see the coat I have on.
Yeah. See, to me, this is warmish. Nice weather, and everyone that's from Southern California is, huddling around the wood stove. And
well, I think it was 110 last weekend down down where I'm from. So,
holy cow! Yeah. So tell me how'd you get into this and why, and what was the deal behind it? A little bit of your story there. I know.
So really, it was just about trying to make ends meet. Rent is crazy. It's probably about the same as it is up here. It's just really expensive, and I was just trying to find a way to have a little better life. So I was thinking about a trailer at first, and then realized that wasn't quite going to work because I didn't want to have to find a spot to keep the trailer,
right,
and then tow it around. And so that led me to YouTube, and I started seeing van videos, and so that kind of led me to the whole van life kind of thing.
Yeah, no kidding. That's kind of seems like the same story. Many have that story. Same with me. It's kind of led to another, and kind of jump into it at some point. Can I take a quick look at your rig there?
Absolutely, yeah. I probably should have cleaned up, but I'm living in it, so it is what it is.
And it's very cozy in here. Everything's just within reach almost. I love your nice little cabinet. Everything. See, you're much neater than me. It must be the smaller you get, the more neat you have to be, because
right. If one thing's out of place, it really throws you off.
Yeah.
The bed does kind of extend out so I'd have a little more room to move around. But this time of year, I'm sleeping in a sleeping bag, so
Yeah.
this is kind of the setup that stays all the time.
And for a bed, you have a mattress on top of a platform or something?
I do, yeah. It's just a platform that I made.
Yeah, there you go.
And then this was just a little foldable mattress I threw on top.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
And you can stretch out. That's probably over 6 feet or 6'5" or something.
It is.
The bed.
The bed platform's just about 7 feet.
7 feet.
long.
Okay, that's plenty long. Yeah,
Right.
that's perfect.
Right.
And you wouldn't think in a rig this size,
It's
just
deceptive. Yeah.
It is, man. That is so cool. The smaller
The thing that I did was I sat down and I thought, what am I really going to need to be comfortable and happy?
Yeah.
And it was a comfortable bed that was always set up, so I didn't have to fiddle with it.
Yeah.
All the time. And a sink with running water and a way to cook. So that's what I have.
Right,
Right.
right.
I don't have much, but
Right,
that's
right.
what I have.
Yeah, that's what you narrow it down to, a few essentials. The bed was a big one for me too.
Was it?
I just wanted a good bed.
Right.
I didn't want to fuss with it. Just
Right.
get in bed,
Yeah, because yours is always set up, right? I mean,
Right.
I don't know how people stand fiddling with it every night.
I don't either.
Yeah, that would get old, and I get tired of it.
Yep, for sure. Well, this is cool, Scott. What do you think is? I'll put you on the spot. What's something that's hit you big in this lifestyle that you wouldn't have known if you hadn't have done it? I know it's a tough question, but
Boy, that is a tough question. You can edit this, right?
yeah, that's fine. Just be yourself. But this is cool. Seeing you ponder it makes you think.
Yeah, I mean, I've had a lot of aha moments. Maybe just the fact that you can get by with own so little, and yet it seems like the less that you have, the better life is. The simpler life is, the happier I am, it seems.
Yeah.
That's been a little bit of a surprise, because I'm not a minimalist, but I've said this lots before. I've had minimalism kind of thrust upon me,
Yeah.
just because I have to.
Yeah. Right.
But it seems like the more of a minimalist I'm forced to be, the
Right.
happier I am.
Yeah, interesting. Now, one other question I'm always curious about: how has this affected? Do you keep this under the radar a lot? Your lifestyle with friends, work, people for work, people you come across. How does that work for you?
So right. So at first I did. At first I didn't want to tell anybody. I kept it a secret from friends and family, and absolutely at work before. I didn't want anybody to know. Now I have just given that up, and I tell everybody.
That isn't that funny? You go through that transition. I went through that too. It's
Did you really? Yeah.
I just felt like I had to keep it under the radar. Pretty soon you just come out with it. It's
Right.
like,
You realize it's not a big deal.
yeah, and so what if they know?
Right. Yeah. I think we figure that people are gonna judge us somehow.
Right.
And then you kind of think that people are gonna judge you poorly somehow, and
Right.
and then you realize most people think it's cool,
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I think so.
and the other people, that don't think it's cool, they just don't really care.
Yeah.
So why why hide it? Just tell people.
Good point, man. Well, hey, it's been nice meeting you and talking to you, and take care, bud.
Thank you. Yeah. Thanks for inviting me up.
You bet.
Nice to